Hola YouTubers. You watching Ion Television. I think it's Long Order.
Use on the 2020 Ram 1500.
At Olive Garden, it's easier than ever to enjoy what you love from us in the comfort of your own home. Order and pay online. Choose from all your favorites. Then bring it all home with Carside Pickup. Only at Olive Garden.
Whoa.
We've got the letters she sent him.
He kept all of them, even though she wrote on each one, please destroy.
So you have in writing her request to kill her stepfather?
No.
I didn't think so. Did she even mention who her stepfather was?
She does mention a favor.
Can't say what it is until she sees him in person.
So you're buying the ex-con murdering rapist's version?
It's the same charge, whether it's his idea or somebody else. Why would he lie?
That's what they do.
Look, Captain, you got to admit that Tricia was doing a lot of questionable things.
Let's just say for argument's sake, that he's not lying. Why would she want him to do it?
I don't know. She was a sick girl.
I think as far as the captain's concerned, this case is closed.
Well, not for me. I want to know what made her so sick.
Tricia was not very popular.
Mrs. Thornburg and the boys.
Mrs. Thornburg.
Oh, sorry. We thought you were...
I'm her sister, Erin. Brooks, still at the hospital.
This is Detective Benton. I'm Detective Stabler. We're working Tricia's case. We came by to pay our respects.
Maybe we could talk. At a more appropriate time, of course.
Thank God somebody is here with Tricia's interest at heart. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to look after it for you. A lot of experience wrangling kids.
Tricia and the judge didn't get along?
Oil and water.
That must have been hard on your sister.
Please. Her first husband abandoned them when Trish was 5. Brooke got a job as a court reporter and at the meal ticket.
Judge Thornburg.
And she wasn't going to let Trish mug it up.
That's why Trish started acting out.
That was his excuse to get rid of her. Start his own family. The second she was gone, they get married. Adopt Brian 6 months later. Get pregnant with Josh immediately after that. Instant new family.
No room for Trish. She's now conveniently tucked away at boarding school.
Trish never went to boarding school.
I don't understand. I thought she...
Do you know what a PINS petition is?
Person in need of supervision, yeah.
Just before she turned 12, he swore out one of those. Had her sent to kiddie prison.
No offense, you really believe she belonged in a place like this?
She's been chronically truant, shoplifting, breaking curfew. It was a legitimate call.
Someone with no other options. He gave that money.
We don't discriminate.
These kids are inner city throwaways. They could have put Trish in a boarding school, military school, hell, even a charm school. Money buys choices.
It is unusual for a family with means to go through the family court system.
We're talking to the judge here. He knew exactly what he's throwing her into. Abused kids, mentally ill, straight out violent head cases. Trish.
In her 3 years here, she never once opened up in therapy.
Serious trust issues. What was the root of it?
We suspected sexual abuse.
Based on?
The usual symptoms. Hypervigilance, exaggerated startle response, insomnia, the fact she'd never talk about the baby, somatic reactions like nausea, poor appetite.
Whoa. What baby?
Mrs. Thornburg. We'll talk to you for a moment. I was just taking the boys to the hospital to see them.
I have a few questions, but they'd be better asked in private.
Ida, can you put Josh in the car? Listen, why didn't you tell us about Patricia's pregnancy?
What are you talking about?
I think you know. The real reason that you sent her off to boot camp.
Just 12 years old and pregnant. You being a good Catholic and abortion's out of the question.
He didn't send her to an RTC to straighten her out. He sent her there to conceal her condition.
You don't know what you're saying.
Your adopted son, Brian. We know he's Tricia's.
We did the math. Tricia had her baby 4 years ago. Brian's just the right age.
timelines with her pregnancy.
Hospital records just came in. Trisha's unnamed baby has the same birth date as Brian.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Adopting your underage, unwed daughter's baby is not a crime.
It is if you're the one who knocked her out.
Judge Thornburg?
One of the most respected jurists in the state.
She doesn't mean squat to me if he raped an 11-year-old girl.
Judge Thornburg. I can't think of a judge who is tougher on child molesters.
Maybe he's a self-loathing.
Liv? There's only one way to prove it. We have Trisha's DNA from the Emmy's office and Judge Thornburg's from the crime scene.
All we need is Brian's.
You guys had better be right.
Let me get this straight. You want me to let you take this to a judge to sign a blood order so that you can take a DNA sample of one of their esteemed colleagues' 4-year-old son based on nothing more than a wild theory?
If you'll just look at the attached exhibits.
Does anyone allege that this man was having sex with his stepdaughter?
No, but we have a pattern of conduct. I have a signed affidavit from a clerk who made Trisha's most recent shoplifting charge disappear at the request of Judge Thornburg.
Ever get a colleague to fix a ticket for you, Alex?
In the past, he manipulated the system against her, so why is he covering for her now? She was holding something over him. 5 years ago, he used the court to hide his crime, bypassed the system. Got a crony to push through the detention order. Had another colleague falsify Brian's adoption papers and his birth certificate.
But no proof of sex.
No.
Yet you're willing to risk your future and my reputation. Need I remind you that I am responsible for the integrity of this entire bureau?
A judge has used the power of the court to further his own agenda. If the light we shine on him isn't brighter than the light we shine on the public, then this bureau has no integrity.
I wouldn't want to be you if he's not the father.
How are you feeling?
Not much like talking, Dan.
I'm afraid I have extended all the professional courtesy I'm sure Brooke told you we ran a paternity test on Brian. She's yours, Walter. You raped that little girl.
Don't ask me for an explanation. I've searched the depths of my soul. And I can't for the life of me find one.
What happened? Did she threaten to expose you? Is that why you killed her?
You have the person that killed her. The scum who shot me.
You just don't get it, do you, Walter? It's over. And the least you could do is give me the courtesy of the truth.
You really believe that I killed her?
I was your last holdout. But I had to check. You didn't take the bench until noon that day.
I was in chambers. I can be easily moved.
I'm expecting a call from the crime lab, which I hope to God proves me wrong, Walter.
Come on, that's good enough.
Hold on. It's just gonna take another. You're done. Okay. Just needs to dry completely. Or I could give it the old college try.
He used it like a club, so why don't you start with the neck?
Oh my God. I think it actually worked.
What do you want now?
Have you talked to your husband?
Of course I have.
So you know what happened.
Trisha seduced him.
She was 11 years old.
She was a very disturbed girl. She wouldn't leave him alone.
And you believe him?
Yes, I do.
Do you also believe he had nothing to do with her murder?
There's no doubt in my mind.
You're right. We found a fingerprint on the bottle that struck Trisha. It wasn't your husband's.
See?
It was yours.
The school called. That was the last straw, wasn't it?
She'd been in so much trouble before you had to find out what she was up to.
So you went looking for her.
Thought it had to be drugs. Went and looked in her room.
What'd you find?
A slip of paper by the phone. Had a hotel date and time. I knew she was going to have sex.
So you went there to save her.
Yes. But I was too late. She was just coming out.
Your mother confronted her.
She just walked away. I knew she'd been with that man, the one who got her pregnant.
So you followed her. You demanded to know. She finally told you, didn't she?
She turned on me. She said, "You want to know who the father is? It's your husband."
That must have been unbearable.
I slapped her. She pushed me back and I fell. I didn't even know there was a bottle on the ground. I must have picked it up.
You hit her with a bottle.
You know, she gave me this look. Like I was the one who had betrayed her.
In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Tina, wait a second.
I'm out.
What do you want me to do?
You've done enough.
I can't believe you're making this up.
I saw you, Malcolm. You checked her out and then you got her number.
No, I didn't.
Empty your pockets.
Come on. Hey, get out of here. Sorry, man.
Malcolm, get out of the way.
You can get your coat later.
There was someone on the bed. Now move.
Good comments about this video.